Pump fists, we owe them. Get out there. Yes. Yes. Fly, my pretties. Right, let's have this. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tottenham Hotspur. If you're still enjoying the save, drop a like. That would be most delightful. So we found ourselves down in 6th spot now. Now, obviously, it's still not the end of the world given those games in hand, but again, more important to have the points on the board, of course. But we were bound to have some struggles begin. I just think that we've got so many and we're not the only ones, to be fair. But there's only so much we can rotate around a lot of the time, and we haven't been able to rotate as much lately because the fixtures have all been so important, and that's what's really started to get to us, I think. Sheffield United was a very even game that I think we were a little bit unlucky to lose, perhaps, but it was one of those games that could have gone either way, and really, both teams could have just that could have been in 0-0 easily. And the Brighton one, we just gave up so many goals off of so few. They had some decent chances, but Trossard was on it, and I think we still probably could have got a draw there, and I think we should have done better. It's just how it goes sometimes. So we have to do better today at home to Arsenal, and that's a big ask because they're a decent side right now. A win would take us above them and still remain that game in hand. So it's not the end of the world, but we must show a better performance today. We must. And what it comes down to, unfortunately, is yet more changes are going to be required because we just don't have the players right now. Sissoko, can he play? He probably can play, actually. And I might play Sissoko with Højbjerg as the DLP today. Gareth Bale obviously can't play. Son might be able to play later. I might put Dyer on the bench, actually, to make sure we've actually got some options there. Because at the moment, Tanganga... I mean, I like Tanganga, I do, but I'd still rather have not Tanganga in the back line as things go. And Lo Celso maybe sitting slightly higher this time. Bergwijn and Lucas Moura, like when you think about what we could normally have there with either Son or Bale or Lamella, but the Son and Lamella partnership link up here is the best one for me. And Harry Kane might be knackered, but we really have no choice right now. At the very least, the players are extremely fired up. Mostly aggressive. I am concerned about cards. Pump fists, we owe them. Get out there. Yes. Yes. Fly, my pretties. Right, let's have this. It's hard to know what to make of Arsenal. Because the game we played against them was very, very even and was mainly decided by that David Luiz corner goal, which I think is a hole we've now plugged somewhat. But we didn't create enough against them ourselves, and that's something we're going to have to really work on. Sissoko, driving into the box. Oh, that's an easy foul. Ceballos has absolutely scythed down Sissoko there. And well, look at this. They're chasing the referee. I do like that, to be fair. I don't like it in real life, but it's funny to see it in the game, to be fair. That's surely a nailed-on penalty. Yeah, easy pen there. Right, a chance to take an early lead here, which gives us something to hang on to. Harry Kane's penalties have been solid. He did miss those two penalties in the Europa League at one point, though. We can't afford to have it happen again, and it doesn't. Tottenham 1, Arsenal 0. Harry Kane scores against his former club. Lol. Did he ever play for Arsenal? I think he was just an Arsenal fan as a kid, wasn't he? He didn't actually play for them. I don't know the specifics. But 23rd goal of the year for him, 14th in the Premier League. Great start of the game. Because we defended pretty solidly. Oh, what the hell? Guys, could you not? Sissoko is actually holding the ball up really well today. That was just dreadful. Like, just dreadful. If we're going to make mistakes like that, then Arsenal will get chances in this game. We can't be doing that when we've got the ball. And Aubameyang's through, and a great stop by Lloris there. And that all came from just a dreadful pass. Well, so far, sort of so good. The penalty definitely makes us look better than we are, but we are winning the match so far and limiting Arsenal to very little. But I think Alderweireld took a knock at the end of that first half, but the team are pleased. Interesting, you don't get to do the revenge one when you're winning, which is a good sign, because you really wouldn't. Yeah, Alderweireld is knackered here. We're going to have to get Eric Dyer on, even though he's resting him out for this game. I might try and put some balls down the wide areas for this second period, because I just don't think we've really... The one chance we got was actually the penalty, and it came because we worked the ball into the wide area a bit easier, and Willian's in, and this is surely going to be 1-1, and a great stop again by Lloris. Forcing them to put those corners to the back post, for the most part, means that our player that's in that position can get a little bit of a run-up, and tends to win the battle. This is on a knife edge right now. That penalty might be all that we need, but we've got a lot of work to still do, unless they get a bad defensive header here. Ooh, yes, Matt Doherty. That is what I want to see. That kind of intensity could be the difference between life or death, or win or loss, which is just as important in this game. Doherty whips it through. Sissoko's header, and it's 2-0 Tottenham. Moussa Sissoko, we've not seen much out of him for a while now. He's not been making those lung-busting late runs into the midfield, but he's finally done it today, and it's Tottenham 2, Arsenal 0. And that all came because Matt Doherty made that brilliant run to win that ball off the Arsenal defender, and they just never quite recovered. Nobody picks up Sissoko. He's in there. Simple header. I say simple. Very good header from him, and it's now 2-0 in the North London derby. Massive step in the right direction. Still got to hang on, though, but I think we would just about deserve it if we got it. It's looking like we're going to get it, and a clean sheet to go with it, too, which would be this is just a really good all-round performance. Well done. Tottenham 2, Arsenal 0. Kane with the penalty, Sissoko with the lovely header. That might have earned him man of the match, actually. No, it was Matt Doherty, and I bloody agree. Arsenal in the second half Did they actually have a shot? No, we just dominated them for the second period. Going down those wide areas in the second half against Arsenal really did seem to stop them and allowed us to create a few more chances for us. And that is a huge win. A win against one of our rivals at home. Massive. Right, now we go to Goodison, but we've at least given ourselves a bit of breathing space now. In some respects. I mean, there's all those teams are tied on 40 points now, but we've still got that game in hand that could pull us a little bit further clear, which is key, and put us 5 points above Liverpool, which is even more important in many ways. Chelsea down there too. They're sort of still in this, though, because they've got a game in hand themselves, but my God, is it getting tight in that zone. It's actually kind of interesting that despite that Brighton result, we still have the joint best defence in the league. That we've been so good at the back for the most part. We just let it all slip in that one game against Brighton. Like, 4 of our 14 goals this season were conceded against Brighton in that one match. Right, so we're back again with another midweek match away at Everton. Everton at Goodison Park. City have got Burnley, Chelsea are playing Leicester. Man United and Arsenal play each other, though. That's good. A draw there would be beautiful for us. But we've got to do our part. But not losing is kind of more important. So the first thing we're going to do is go to our sort of away approach. And I might actually turn off play out of the defence standard for this too, because I think that's part of the problem when we go with these away games. We're starting to work the ball, we're trying to hold too much possession all over the pitch, and we're getting caught out in possession too much. So Bale's just about back. Son is just about able to play, and that's kind of what matters right now. We'll obviously get him off early, should we need to. But actually, at the moment, particularly with Dele Alli being hurt, quite like this pairing of Sissoko and Højbjerg, with Lo Celso sitting slightly higher up. Doherty and Reguilon are both knackered. I'm going to get Doherty onto the bench, though, just in case. Is Harry Kane... I mean, he is so in trouble with that right now. We may just have to take it with him not starting here. Saving for Palace. As much as this is important, I feel like getting him through that Arsenal game was key for me, but I don't think we can risk playing him again. Now, a lot of the changes we might make will depend on how Everton set up as well, which is very important. So their shape is actually mimicking that what Aston Villa played against us. Now, obviously, there's a lot of differences, potentially, but still. Everton finding some space now. Iwobi, easy for Davies, and it's a good clearance to Bale. Here we go, Gareth. Go on, son. Simpson's room for Vinicius. He's got room and he must finish, and he doesn't, and Robin Olsen's there. Good start for us, though. That's the kind of football we need to do today, just getting through them. And maybe turning off work ball into the box again actually might work for us, and it's all the way in there. And Son will clear this up for us. Lucadinha. Oh, God, he's going to go near post. It's flicked over by Yerry Mina. Half time, Everton have had a couple of little baby shots from the edge of the area, and we've had that one big chance, but there's not been a lot between us so far, really. But the players do still seem fired up so far. And Everton actually look more... their body language seems way worse than ours is right now. They look like the pressure is on them more than us, but it could all still change. And that is just a dreadful pass to Gareth Bale again. And now it's in behind for Calvert-Lewin. We need Lloris to step up big here, and he doesn't. Nothing he could do about that. It's just a really good finish from Calvert-Lewin. Like, we had that exact same chance practically at the other end in the first half, and we didn't take it, and Everton now have. Bad pass to Gareth Bale. It all comes from the bad pass, but there's still so much work that needs to be done at that point. And Calvert-Lewin is just a better striker than Carlos Vinicius, unfortunately, and now we find ourselves behind here in a very, very even game. It's not the end of the world just yet, but it's not ideal when we had that exact chance. If anything, I'd argue our chance was even better. He had a lot more work to do. It was a slightly more difficult angle for Calvert-Lewin there, and he's just finished it brilliantly. And now it's 2-0. Everton have very much woken up at the start of this second half, and we could have been a goal up early doors there, and we've got to get Harry Kane on soon, unfortunately, because now at 2-0 down, it's just too easy for him. Freeing each other up, way too much space in this position here. He's able to just knot inside. Lloris can't get there. Maybe he could have done the best we could hope for. The best case scenario here would be a draw if we somehow found the space for that, but I just don't see that happening either. Oh, Hugo. Well, actually, that's better. Keeps the ball in play a little bit. Keeps the pressure on them slightly. Gareth Bale now. He might end up having to play full 90 minutes here, which is not really what you want, but what? What is going on here? Gareth Bale's still got it. Harry Winks now. Slips around the side for Gareth Bale, and it's just wide. Bale's delivery. And it's Sancho. Oh, God. Unfortunately, today, the difference has been between quality of finishing. Vinicius had that great chance. He didn't take it. Calvert-Lewin does get a good chance, and he is able to take it. A more difficult one, arguably, and a good goal from Richarlison as well. But 3-0. Are you serious? Wow. We just look all over the shop, unfortunately, at the moment. As good as we might be one week, we have the definite possibility to be just as bad the next week. Like, he's just let him walk past him. Good tackle initially, and it's just absolute bodies all over the shop, and it goes straight through Lloris for 3-0 to Everton. Wow. I've got to be honest, 3-0 feels slightly harsh on us, but they were definitely better than us. Excluding this, like, they were still the better side from us. 3-0 feels a bit harsh, but they took the chances. These were, I mean, we just didn't take them. Just what you love to see. Just what you love to see. Lloris out for 10 days with a neck strain. Tanganga's got a cold. Send home. Bergwijn's got a cold. No, he's got the flu, rather. Send home. Regulon's got a tight car. We are just in the shit right now. There's no room to rest players. We can remove virtually every training session, and it doesn't make any difference. Even though we're sending people home, they got different injuries, all of them. I thought that maybe the cold had spread because I hadn't sent him home quick enough. But they all got, one got the cold, one got the flu, one got the food poisoning. Someone's been in the Lasagne again, methinks. So Man City beat Brighton, no surprises there. Who's even available then? Help me. Okay, right. Son will have to start. Hart will, yeah, Hart's actually more match fit than Gazzaniga is, so we may have to actually start Joe Hart here. The heart of the start. It's not too bad, to be fair, but I would rather not have those players missing if it's all the same. And as much as I don't want to, I feel like we kind of have to start Gareth Bale here. Right then, we're at home. Let's go out there and kick some butt. We've beaten Palace a couple of times now. We need to make sure that we continue doing that. But after that diabolical defensive display against Everton, I am concerned. We are just so much worse without Harry Kane in places, and there's Harry Kane. Speaking of the devil, it's Spurs 1, Palace 0 after just 4 minutes. Thank God we've got the lead early in this game. I mean, we'd expect to beat Palace, of course, but these games that should... We've had quite a lot of tough fixtures lately, but we could have done without the defeats to Brighton and Sheffield United. Those ones are the ones that bug me. But we did still beat Arsenal and draw at Manchester City, so it's kind of swings and roundabouts in places. We still aren't looking too bad against some of our main rivals, but the Everton defeat is a bad one, really. That's one of our worst defeats, actually. It's worse than the Arsenal one, I'd argue, and Celso puts it just wide. Like, from a defensive standpoint, pretty professional so far. But we do need that second goal. And oh, what a goal that is! And there's the second goal. Tottenham 2, Palace 0. Son with a banger. Oh, if we could just get him fit and firing for like 4 or 5 matches, get that front line back together and really start to get them going, then a little defensive mistake here and there might not be the end of the world, but that's what's costing us lately. We've dropped off our finishing. What a strike. This is from Son with his right foot. 2-0 here. Thank goodness for that. Well, half-time, and I'd say that's a pretty comprehensive performance from us. We may have only had 2 shots on target, though. That is a little concerning. We are going to look to work that ball into the box a little bit more in this second period, methinks. Gareth Bale's hurt himself. Classic. Some good news, though. Everton drawing against West Brom. Oh, Moura's in again. Kane. Son is in, and now it's 3-0. Son grabs his 9th of the year. Apologies for my voice there. I've been recording a lot of videos today. This is the 3rd one we're on. Spurs 3, Crystal Palace 0. Wrapping things up nicely. I mean, I guess we could put Harry Winks up there. Not ideal, but we've... Højbjerg not in the team today. It's a bit fortunate the way it comes to Son, but lovely finish. Completely does the goalkeeper with his eyes, and now it's 3-0. Well, there we go. I'd say a thoroughly deserved result there. 3-0 over Crystal Palace. Comfortable. That's what we needed just to get ourselves back going again. Makes the Everton result hurt a tiny bit less. Just a tiny bit. So yeah, Everton do drop points against West Brom. Big result for us, as we're now only a point behind them with 2 games in hand. Our 2 games in hand could still go up. I mean, literally, we could go up right into second spot and only be a point off the top of the league if we can win both those games in hand. It's still not the end of the world, but the injury list is starting to pile up now. I do kind of wish that this data was like, just use the league data. It's Chelsea. I get they would have played slightly different teams, but it gives you nothing based on that, and that's kind of annoying. Joe Hart now has the flu. Just worked out, by the way. If we get knocked out by Chelsea and then by Roma, which if we were to, we would still end up playing 56 matches this season. And I just feel like we may end up getting close. We might end up playing over 60 games this year competitively. I don't think we've had a single week without a Monday, at least 2 match days in it for virtually the entire year. But we are at home against Chelsea, so we've got to do our best to just go out there and see what we can come up with. Lloris is still hurt, sadly, so we're going to have to go with Gazzaniga, our 3rd choice goalkeeper for today. Bale, of course, will be out as well now. And with Lamela still struggling, it's going to have to be Moura. Ali is at least back enough to play. We might have to start Vinicius again, actually, just to give Kane that chance. Because we've got Newcastle next in the league away from home, and Lo Celso must have a rest. That's for sure. But that's fine, because Dele Alli can come in. I might actually then try and Ndombele at box to box. No, if we've got... that might actually work better. We'll try those 2 out like that. At least Son's back. Never easy against a team like Chelsea, but at least we're at home, and that might just be enough to get us the edge in a game like this. You never know. We've been solid against the sides around us at home. Those which we've played, and Moura's in already, and he's hit the post. So we've played most of them away from home so far. We've taken points at Liverpool, Manchester City, lost to Arsenal and Everton, but we've also beaten Manchester United and Arsenal. Regulon whips it through, and Lucas Moura is just over the crossbar. That was a good chance. Doherty, a bit of space for him now. You can just find the right pass. Oh, loads of room for Højbjerg. Oh, a lovely header, and Harry... Oh, no, not Harry Kane. I just assumed it was Harry Kane. Tottenham 1, Chelsea 0 in the FA Cup. Right, big stuff here. Lovely ball in, I think, from Doherty. He just gets a little bit of extra space here. Once it comes back from Højbjerg, or was it Højbjerg's ball? And it was. And Dele Alli with the late run. Great header, and it's 1-0 Spurs, and we deserve that. Oh, and Dele Alli's in behind again. Oh, and he nearly makes it 2-0 there. Great, we're relying on him a lot here with Vinicius being somewhat of a scarecrow up front for us right now. Son's ball in, and it's cleared. Oh, chance for a breakaway for Chelsea, though. I mean, these are the kind of performances we need, and we're currently getting it. Deservedly in front. Oh, calm down. Win this one, get through in the cup, go to Newcastle, win at St James's, and things start to look a little bit brighter, I think. That Everton result, we can kind of just forget it happened. Son, nice one-touch stuff again, Vinicius. Round the side for Reguilon, and it's 2-0. Sergio Reguilon, Spurs 2, Chelsea 0. Really nice football. His first ever goal for the club, and I think we've deserved this. Really, really good performance from us. Some of the possession football around the inside of Chelsea's area here has been really, really nice. Vinicius just holds this ball up beautifully. And lovely pass. Those passes just didn't happen on FM20. I love it. We can't speak too soon, though. We struggled against Palace when we got into a good, consistent lead, and they did throw a lot at us. This time I'm not prepared to let that happen. Oh, that was a chance. Reguilon given acres of space and then just completely gets out of sync with Vinicius, sadly. Otavio with the ball in behind Werner. It's going to be a tight angle for him. That's a good chance for Werner, and he smashes it home. And I think that literally is Chelsea's first shot of the game on target. Yes, it is. Okay, defensively, we've been fine, but that was just bad. We don't get to Otavio quick enough here, and he's just able to whip one over the top. And Werner with a lethal finish. His first touch is very good because it makes the angle slightly better for him, and it's 2-1 somehow. And now Eric Dyer's hurt himself. That's we haven't had many haven't had many centre-back injuries this season, and that's not good. That's our third sub. Thank God we had the third sub still. An injury for Chelsea. Otavio's down. I don't know if they've got any subs left or not. I think they do, but they are currently playing with 10 men, which could help us, particularly as he plays out on this side. So Bergwijn's going to get a bit more space. Can he slip it through maybe for Vinicius? He's just gone for goal from range. Going to turn work ball into the box on just to allow us to maybe cut out some of those long shots for the final part. Oh, Chilwell just... Wow, I can see why Gazaniga's third choice at the moment for us, because that was just shocking. They've had 2 shots on target. How do we allow Ben Chilwell to get all the way through here? He's just walks through like that, and then Gazaniga at his near post. I mean, what are you doing? Just stand there. That's just poor. What is it about us in the FA Cup? Getting into a lead and then it just sort of disappears. I swear to God, if they score all 3 shots on target. There we go. Gazaniga's made us stop. It's happened, everybody. Well done. Round of applause. Well, we've somehow ended up going to extra time. That's quite annoying. I actually don't think we got any worse, particularly in the second half, and could have had more goals. But that's just how it goes sometimes, isn't it? Now Bergwijn's hurt himself. I don't think Are we allowed to make another sub? Yeah, because we get extra time, we get the extra sub. So we have managed to at least get Bergwijn off, but not fantastic. Well, I haven't got him off yet, but we will do momentarily. He seems like a good finisher when he gets into position, but he's not able to get into position at the moment. That's the issue. Bale playing on the left as well today, just to cover for Bergwijn. Oh, hello! Yes! Lucas Moura in extra time there. Scores his 9th goal of the season. Good assist by Gareth Bale. Spurs 3, Chelsea 2. And we are back in front again after all that. I mean... Oh, good lord. Great work from Gareth Bale here. Chelsea defenders all over the shop. It's a lovely ball through. Moura with a great little couple of touches to take that in between the defenders. Gives us the lead back again here. Just get the win now, lads, eh? Just get the win. Well, that's the idea anyway. Watch that not matter, but hey. Oh, and Doherty into the box. Can he swear it for Lucas Moura? Puts it wide again. Chilwell. Oh my God, he's just... Right, easy clearance now. And Vinicius has got it. Here we go. This is where he can shine. These sort of chances... Oh... Bloody hell, we've snuck through in the end. I don't know how we've only just about snuck through that match, considering, but we did get the win, and I think we did thoroughly deserve it in the end, but having to play that extra half an hour was far from ideal for us, considering Chelsea really did blitz us a little bit there. But again, a great performance, just little things. Dyer out for 3 to 6 weeks, Bergwijn out for 3 weeks as well, just as we get a couple back, a few more go. So FA Cup quarter-final, Arsenal away. Far from ideal. I think we were expected to reach the FA Cup quarter-final, though, weren't we? Or is it the semi? Terrific. Although, right then, let's have this. Final game of the episode. It's Newcastle away in the league. We have to win. I know we've had a few must-wins here, and we've not always won them, but we're in a good position here to go back above Arsenal again, get right back into this battle with extra games in hand on people. So that's what's pleasing me most right now. But who is going to be available? So Eric Dyer obviously won't be. Oh, my lord. Okay, so Lloris is still not ready to come back and play. Unfortunately, Kane will be able to start here, though. That's at least something. We were able to get through the Chelsea game without Vinicius. Son, Bale, Ali, Lo Celso and Winks. Surely Sissoko's fit to start this time around, right? Oh, he's not, is he? He's really not. And neither is Højbjerg, really. So it might actually have to be a Lo Celso-Winks partnership, but that's not ideal. But we may not have much of a choice in the matter as things stand. Reguilon, surely Davies could start, right? No, he's injured too, apparently. Oh, no, Davies is having to play centre-back here because of the injury, because of the fitness levels that we're at. So it doesn't bode well just yet. I know it's away, but I'm still going to go with our first choice strike strategy here because I feel like we did well enough with it against Newcastle in that cup game that we could do it again here. But we'll change things if we have to. Let's get this. Let's go out here to St James's Park, get another away win in the league with a very rotated side in many areas, but at least Harry Kane's back, and that front line is very good. Bale, Son, Ali, and what? Inside 20 seconds. Well, there you go. Inside 20 seconds, we lead an away game. That Bale, Son, Kane, and Ali front four might be just enough for us to overpower Newcastle today. And I don't feel like we're going to be as tight at the back in this game as we have been in some of them. And we may have to rely on conceding a few goals and scoring a few today. But provided we get the win, it doesn't matter. What about that for a finish from Son? 10th goal of the year from him. He is well back into form, and we've got a very, very early lead, which may send us up to 3rd, I think. Kane. Now we need the runners. Here we go. Good stuff, Harry Kane. And it's 2-0. Newcastle 0, Tottenham 2. And this is actually about as best as I've seen us play in an away game. Now, I know they're bottom of the league, and there is definitely that. But remember, we did still lose here in the Cup. So making sure we don't screw this one up is quite important for me. Oh, look at the little flicks we're putting in. Lovely stuff. Kane just takes it to the other side, gets it back onto his left foot, slops that one home, and it's now 2-0. Don't want to let this screw up now, but it's a Sergio Aurier own goal. How? How is that an own goal? Is it Aurier on the line? Well, we can't actually see, but yes, it looks like it's just hit Aurier, who... Oh, what are you doing, boys? Yeah, mate, maybe try and do something. Players on the line, it'd be nice if they did anything. We've already got posts. We don't need 2 more of them. Defender doesn't know what's about to hit him here. Bale whips it across, and Kane's in there, and it's now 3-1. Right, good. Instant response. Kane's doing his thing. Bale and Kane and Son, and they're actually linking up very, very nicely so far, and we do look lethal going forward. And I did feel like it was going to be one of those games where we would just have to outscore Newcastle a little bit, given our defensive frailties, and never more obvious than the own goal that we just scored. But another assist for Gareth Bale, and 2 more goals for Harry Kane on the season. 3-1. Good stuff. Lo Celso again given space. That's a lovely ball for Son. Can he just fire this across the goal? Not quite. Although he does try anyway, and Gareth Bale makes it 4-1 in the first half. 2nd goal of the year for him. Yeah, those 3 are linking up terrifically. And if we could get those 3 to stay fit for a period of time, I think that could be the difference before, particularly in some of the big games. And even in some of these more winnable away games, it's certainly making a difference here. This is definitely the most complete performance we've put in on the road at all season. Dele Alli out towards Son. He's all the way through. He might just hammer this, and he does. Because more now. Whips it through, and Harry Kane heads it home for 5-1. Another hat-trick for the year. His 27th goal in all competitions. It's one thing we've got in us this year. It is goals. It's just we've struggled to find it at times, but we've definitely looked a lot better going forward over more recent matches with getting some of those players fit again. It's made a huge difference to us. A lovely assist this time from Lucas Moura on his correct foot. Harry Kane rising highest. Another hat-trick for him. Well, there we go. Went off the boil a little bit in the second half, but still get a 5-1 victory at St James's Park with a hat-trick from Gareth Bale. With Kane, Son getting a goal, getting assists, Bale getting assists. It's a good sign. Incredibly, still leaves us 5th in the Premier League, given all the other points that are floating around there. But now, a single win will put us right up into 2nd spot and only 1 point off the top of the league. We have the best goal difference in the division. It's still looking pretty good for us in that zone. Everton just starting to fall away a little bit now. Chelsea coming into the fight too, though. So there's still 7 teams fighting for those Champions League places. It's still not going to be easy, but we've played a lot of decent sides, and I think we get a slightly run of easier fixtures coming up where we could maybe stretch our legs a bit and finally maybe occupy the top spot for once. It's definitely a step in the right direction. In today's video, we may have lost the Everton game, but we won all 4 of the other matches. 2-0, 3-0, 5-1, and 3-2. It's a step in the right direction. So next up, though, next up, it's the toughest episode we've had so far, by hands down. Roma away and at home in the Europa League. Leicester at home. That needs to be winnable, but then Chelsea away and Man City at home in that episode as well. That could make or break us in some respects, but then it does definitely start to die down a little bit with other fixtures in there as well. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like, that'd be awesome. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be sick too. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays and at the weekend, so go follow there as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the most difficult episode we've had so far. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun, capybara. Bye-bye.